Max viewers on?
6. I have to see it here. I don't need to have my laptop on.
When you're ready to go.
Hello everybody, welcome grade 3s and 4s, so lovely to see you all again. Welcome to my online music stream, and we're going to be having a singing class today. So I wonder if you are ready after your lovely holiday. I'm sure you all had such a lovely holiday. For my holiday, I was lucky enough to travel up to the Kruger National Park, and we drove the whole way. So it was 20 hours to get there and 20 hours to get back in the car. But we obviously did it over 2 days. And we saw lots of animals, and I'm sure you'll all want to hear about that when we're back at school next week. But I'll just let you know I saw elephants and giraffe and all the buck, and I saw lions and cheetahs and even leopard and wild dogs. So I'm ecstatic about my holiday. Now, some of you might not have had such a great holiday, but you've stayed at home, and I hope you've been singing a lot. So I just want to welcome you back, and let's start off by just standing up and shaking out our hands a bit. Let's shake out our hands a bit and shake out your feet a bit. And I'm sure you're tired after a whole morning of work, so I want you to have a nice stretch up. Stretch up. Don't just watch the camera. I want you to participate. Stretch up. And I want you to give yourself a nice yawn. Oh, that feels better. And I hope you've all had lunch already. But we're going to start off with just singing a few notes and humming a few notes. So let's hum this note. Hum. Join with me. Hum. Let's hum this one. Hum. And this one. Hum. And this one. Hum. Right, let's put that together. So we're going to go hum, 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 hum. That's it. Now we're going to go a little bit higher, and we're going to use the word la. I want to remind you, 2 fingers in your mouth, wide open jaw like that crocodile that I saw in the Kruger Park. La, 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 la. Good. And now let's do it here, and we're going to go on ma. Again, open your mouth. Ma. Stretch our voice up a bit. This time we're going to say tea, like you're asking your mom for some tea. Tea, 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 tea. Well done. And now we're going to sing our scale. And remember, the words are do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And you can even do hand signals for it. So do is like this. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. I made a mistake at T. T is like this. All right, so it's do, re, mi. Fa drops down. So is on its side. La, you drop your whole hand. Ti, you point up to Jesus. And do. Let's try that again with hand signals. I want you to sing and do the hand signals with me. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, and do. That's right. Let's do it one more time, again using the hand signals. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, and do. That's it. So this week, I want you to practice doing these signals and see if you can remember them. All right, while we're using our hands, let's also clap some rhythms. So I'm going to play a little rhythm on the piano, and then I want you to clap it back when I do this. That's very good. Well done. So let's do another warm-up song just to keep our voices warming. And last year, I taught you rise every morning with the sun and let your work be early done. So it goes like this. Rise every morning with the sun. Let's try that together. Rise every morning with the sun. That's right. And then, and let your work be early done. Try that. And let your work be early done. Let's put the whole thing together. Rise every morning with the sun and let your work be early done. Rise every morning with the sun and let your work be early done. That's it. Let's do it again. And rise every morning with the sun and let your work be early done. Good. And now this one. Rise every morning with the sun and let your work be early done. Good. Let's do that again. And this time, instead of using the words, I want you to just use la. La, 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 la. Keep going. I made a little mistake. Let's try that again. La, 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 la. Good. Let's do another one. This time we're going to use the word no, 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 no. And no, 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 no. Good. And another one. This time we're going to go ta, 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 ta. Right, and it's getting higher and higher and higher. You might struggle to do the top notes, but let's see if you can do it. This time we're going to do it on ba, 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 ba. 1, 2, 3. Wow, that was a very high note. So last year you learnt about these lines, and I'm sure you all know what they're called. It's called that's right, it's called the stave. And we learnt that the number 5 was very important because there are 5 black lines on the stave, and then there are 4 spaces in between. Just like you have 5 fingers with 4 spaces in between, the 5 fingers are like your 5 lines, and in between we have those spaces in the music like that. And these high notes that we've been singing, we use the treble clef. Those are all the high notes. So all these notes on the piano going up they all use the treble clef. And then the low notes use the bass clef. So they're very low. Now, in that exercise, we were singing really high, so we were using notes that were from the treble clef. Now we're going to go down with our voices, so we're going to use a few bass notes. So we're going to go like this. Toot, 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 toot. Try that. And this one, we're going to do it on loo. Loo, 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 loo. This one on moo. Moo, 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 moo. This one on zoo. Zoo, 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 zoo. And this one on moo. Moo, 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 moo. And this one on do. Do, 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 do. And I wonder if you can do this one. You can do it on nu, N-U. Nu, 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 nu. I wonder if you can reach that low note. Very good. All right, lovely. Now we've done enough exercises to warm up our voice. And now I want you to stand up and we're going to sing a song together that I know you all know. I traveled over land and sea. I met a man who said to me, an old man who said to me, oh, where do you belong to? I belong to clapping land, and I want you to clap along. I belong to clapping land, clapping land, clapping land. And anyone who can clap like me, why, they belong to clapping land. All right, are you ready? Let's get up and let's sing it together. I traveled over land and sea. I met a man who said to me, an old man who said to me, oh, where do you belong to? I belong to clapping land, clapping land, clapping land. And anyone who can clap like me, why, they belong to clapping land. Now we're going to do hopping land. I traveled over land and sea. I met a man who said to me, an old man who said to me, oh, where do you belong to? Get ready to hop. I belong to hopping land, hopping land, hopping land. And anyone who can hop like me, why, they belong to hopping land. Now we're going to do waving land. So you're going to wave your hands up in the air when we get there. I traveled over land and sea. I met a man who said to me, an old man who said to me, oh, where do you belong to? I belong to waving land. I belong to waving land, waving land, waving land. And anyone who can wave like me, why, they belong to waving land. That's very good. Well done. So one of the places I traveled to this holiday was Kimberley. I wonder if any of you have ever been to Kimberley. I wonder if you know where Kimberley is. What province is Kimberley in? If you know what province Kimberley is in, you can put it on the live chat and you can tell me what province Kimberley is in. And in Kimberley, there's a really big hole because they used to do mining there. And so there's a massive big hole where they used to mine out the diamonds. And I actually stayed at a hotel overlooking that hole. And in Kimberley, there's a train, and it's a steam train. So we're going to sing an Afrikaans song called So ry die trein. And it goes like this. Maybe you know it. If you know it, you can join in. So ry die trein, so ry die trein, die Kimberleyse trein. And then you say that again. So ry die trein, so ry die trein, die Kimberley se trein. Then you listen and it goes, hoor daar, hoe stoom hy? You can make steam with your hands, like steam going up in the air. Hoor daar, hoe stoom hy? Stoom hy? Stoom hy? And the train goes up and then it goes down. Opdraand en afdraand, die Kimberley se train. And you can even do the little train wheels if you want to do the first part. While we're singing, so ry die train, you can pretend your arms are wheels and you're doing the wheels of the train, going round and round. So let's try that. So ry die train, so ry die train, die Kimberley se train. So ry die train, so ry die train, die Kimberley se train. Very good. And I want you to do this while you're singing that first part, like your train is going round. But you need to do it in time to the music. Okay, let's try. 1, 2. Surrey train, surrey train, die Kimberley se train. Surrey train, surrey train, die Kimberley se train. Hoor daar, hoe stoom hy, stoom hy, stoom hy. Let's try that again. Hoor daar, hoe stoom hy. Hoor daar, hoe stoom hy, stoom hy, stoom hy. Now we're going opdraand en afdraand. Opdraand en afdraand, die Kimberley se trein. From the beginning. So ry die trein, so ry die trein, die Kimberley se trein. So ry die trein, so ry die trein, die Kimberley se trein. Hoor daar, hoe stoom hy, stoom hy, stoom hy. Opdraand en afdraand, die Kimberley se trein. Again. So ry die trein, so ry die trein, die Kimberley se trein. So ry die trein, so ry die trein, die Kimberley se trein. Hoor daar, hoe stoom hy, stoom hy, stoom hy. Opdraand en afdraand, die Kimberley se trein. And you can ring the train bell. Choo-choo! Ring it for me, let me hear it. Choo-choo! That's lovely, well done. So I wonder what some of you did on holiday. Now, on my holiday, you know, I sat in a car and looked at animals the whole holiday. But maybe some of you got to do some canoeing. And so we're going to do the canoe song. And it goes like this. My paddle's keen and bright, flashing with silver. Try that. My paddle's keen and bright, flashing with silver. My paddle's keen and bright, flashing with silver. Then you follow the wild goose flight, dip, dip, and swing. Follow the wild goose flight, dip, dip, and swing. That's right, let's sing it over here. My paddle's keen and bright. My paddle's keen and bright, flashing with silver. Follow the wild goose flight, dip, dip, and swing. That's it. And you can pretend you're in a paddle and you're canoeing with your paddles. So you're first canoeing that way maybe, and then you're canoeing that way, or maybe you're holding the paddle and you're going left and right. You can pretend you're paddling, but stand while you're doing it, okay? So paddle away and let's sing the words. My paddle's keen and bright. My paddle's keen and bright, flashing with silver. Follow the wild goose flight, dip, dip, and swing. And now there's a verse 2. It goes like this. Dip, dip, and swing her back, flashing with silver. Dip, dip, and swing her back, flashing with silver. And then it's swift as the wild goose flies, dip, dip, and swing. Swift as the wild goose flies, dip, dip, and swing. Dip, dip, and swing. Dip, dip, and swing. There we go. Let's do the whole song. My paddle's keen and bright, flashing with silver. Follow the wild goose flight, dip, dip, and swing. Here we go. 1, 2. My paddle's keen and bright, flashing with silver. Follow the wild goose flight, dip, dip, and swing. Second verse, dip, dip, and swing her back, flashing with silver. Swift as the wild goose flies, dip, dip, and swing. Dip, 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 and swing her back, flashing with silver. Swift as the wild goose flies, dip, dip, and swing. Dip, dip, and swing. Dip, dip, and swing. So when we get softer and the music gets softer at the end, we call it a rit. A ritardando means we're getting slower, and a decrescendo, we're getting softer, a decrescendo. Right, now I'm sure there are other places you went on holiday, and one of the songs we learned last year talks about Quebec. Now, Quebec is in Canada. I'm sure none of you went to Canada on holiday, but the words are, were you ever in Quebec stowing timber on the deck? Remember, timber is wood. Where there's a king, put on your crown. Where there's a king with a golden crown. And you can pretend you're riding on a donkey. Riding on a donkey. Here's the donkey e-awing. Were you ever in Quebec stowing timber on the deck? Where there's a king with a golden crown riding on a donkey. Let's try that again. Were you ever in Quebec? Were you ever in Quebec stowing timber on the deck? Where there's a king with a golden crown riding on a donkey. And now the words are, hey ho, away we go, donkey riding. Hey ho, away we go, donkey riding, donkey riding. Hey ho, away we go, riding on a donkey. Let's do that part again. Hey ho. Hey ho, away we go, donkey riding, donkey riding. Hey ho, away we go, riding on a donkey. Were you ever in Quebec? And you can ask a question. Were you ever in Quebec? And then you stow the timber on the deck. Were you ever in Quebec stowing timber on the deck? Where there's a king with a golden crown riding on a donkey. Hey ho, away we go, donkey riding, donkey riding. Hey ho, away we go, riding on a donkey. Now we're going to do verse number 2. Were you ever off the horn? A horn is a place where it's always fine and warm. And seen the lion, you can make scary lion face, and the unicorn. The unicorn has got one horn. You can make a horn coming out like that, riding on a donkey. Let's try that. Were you ever off the horn? Were you ever off the horn, where it's always fine and warm, and seen the lion and the unicorn riding on a donkey? Hey ho, away we go, donkey riding, donkey riding. Hey ho, away we go, riding on a donkey. Hey ho, away we go, donkey riding, donkey riding. Hey ho, away we go, riding on a donkey. And here's the donkey. So sometimes music echoes a sound in nature, and then it makes a sound on the piano that sounds like that thing. What does this sound like? I wonder what that could be. That's right, that's a sound of a little bird. He's trilling, isn't he? He's singing. And sometimes the birds go, what bird does that? Do you know? Oh, that's right. It's the cuckoo. Cuckoo. Sing that with me. That's it. And again. That's it. So the piano can echo some of these sounds. What about a roar? Wow, that's a loud noise. Hey, if you make a big roar like a lion. That's it. So the piano can actually do some of these animal sounds. That's quite fun to do. Hey. All right. Now let's go through a little bit of our music knowledge that we did. It's so nice to be able to see you without the mask. Next week, we're all going to be like this again. Okay, next week, we're going to all have our masks on again. And then I look quite scary, don't I? Oh, look at those big blue eyes looking at you. Now, you must remember, even if I look scary because my eyes are big and blue, underneath, there's a nice smile waiting for you, okay? Give me a smile. Let's see your smiles. Okay, so there are your smiles. So next week, we'll all have masks on. That's going to be weird. But remember, I'm not cross, even if I look cross, okay? When I put my mask on, I look very cross. But please remember that I'm not cross, okay? I'm friendly. I'm like a friendly teacher, okay? Because when we do music, we want to have fun and enjoy ourselves. And we might do listening to music. We might even play on musical instruments. And maybe as the numbers come down, we can also start singing this term. Maybe towards the end of the term, when the numbers come a bit more down, then we can do some more singing. Now, you also need to go over some of your music knowledge. I wonder if you remember what this is called. This was called the one count note, ta. Can you clap that? Ta, also called a crotchet. Here's the minim, the 2 count note, ta, ah. Clap that for me. Ta, ah. Good. This one was called the dotted minim. And so here's the 3 count note. We're going to clap. Ta, ah, ah. Again. Ta, ah, ah. Good. Then we learnt about the 4 count note called the semi-breve, the ta, ah, ah, ah. Let's clap that. Ta, ah, ah, ah. Again. Ta, ah, ah, ah. So the note holds on for 4. And then we learnt about the terrible twins, the tate, 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 tate. Clap a few of those for me. Tate, 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 tate. Good. And then we learnt about this guy who always goes with this guy. So this is 1.5, and this is a little half. So we clap it like this. Ta, te. And those are the 2 together. Ta, te. So you clap it like this. Ta, te, ta, te. Clap that and say the words. Ta, te, ta. So this one is called a dotted crotchet, and this one is called a quaver. Dotted crotchet and a quaver. Then we learnt about some rests, and this rest counted for 1. So silence for 1 count. Sa. Do that. Sa. This rest that sat on top of the line counts for 2. Sa. Ah. That's it. And this one falling off his line, he counts for 4. Sa, ah, ah, ah. So we open our hands. Sa, ah, ah, ah. So when we have rests in music, that is when it's silent. So we can't just have music non-stop. Sometimes we need to have little gaps in the music. And so we fill the music in with these little rests. Okay, we've got about time for one more song. And I'm sure you all remember It's a Small World After All. It's a world of laughter, a world of tears. It's a world of hopes and a world of fears. It's a world of laughter, a world of tears. It's a world of hopes and a world of fears. There's so much that we share that it's time we're aware. It's a small world after all. There's so much that we share that it's time we're aware. It's a small world after all. It's a small world. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world. Good. Let's do that again. It's a world of laughter, a world of tears. It's a world of hopes and a world of fears. There's so much that we share that it's time we're aware. It's a small world after all. It's a world of laughter, a world of tears. It's a world of hopes and a world of fears. There's so much that we share that it's time we're aware. It's a small world after all. It's a small world. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world. Chorus. It's a small world. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world. Well done, boys and girls. Well done, grade 3s and 4s. Thank you so much for singing with me today. And I know your world feels very small at the moment because you're at home. But actually, our world is small, but it's actually also very big because we can even be singing together right now. Imagine that. Years ago, we couldn't have done this. So even though your world feels very small, I want to tell you, actually, the world is very big. And there are lots of people out there that you can connect with, even if it's via the camera or via Zoom, or maybe via a WhatsApp chat. Don't forget to stay connected with your friends. If you'd like to send me a message in the chat section, you can. You can tell me what province Kimberley's in, firstly, and you can also tell me what song you enjoyed the most today so that I know for future grade 3s and 4s which song they like the best. Okay, and if you want to watch this video again tomorrow, feel free. It'll stay up. You can watch it as many times as you like. Or if you want to send it to your cousin or a friend, you can send them the link. They can also watch it. So bye-bye. I'll see you next week. Thank you for joining me. Over and out. Bye.